Now, your 13 First Alert weather forecast.
Well, so far it's been a pretty nice Tuesday in the Chippewa Valley. Yes, we woke up to thicker Canadian wildfire smoke this morning, and that haziness was a lot more prevalent. Since then, though, that thicker smoke has been on its way back to the north, and we are seeing conditions improving. That is going to be the case through the rest of the day. So it should provide some opportunity to at least get outside, especially for those of you that have been confined to the indoors or indoor activities thanks to that wildfire smoke. And we are going to continue to enjoy more of that sunshine. Temperatures eventually going to peak around our seasonable average in the low 80s. Well, as we take a live look from our Nicolay Bank Mount Washington cam, you can already see some drastic improvements out there on the horizon. You're actually able to see the horizon because, again, that thicker smoke is moving out of the area. We've got sunshine mixing with some clouds. And take a look at the river. Notice the river levels are way down. Now, keep in mind, we're still just a few days in to the month of August, but we have a big old goose egg when it comes to moisture, so we can certainly use it. We're already running a deficit of just over a half an inch, but that changes from a year-to-date standpoint, where we have seen just over 20 inches of precipitation, and that basically puts us where we need to be here at this point in 2025. How about those temperatures? Well, those are warming up very nicely through the 70s, already in the mid 70s, both in Ladysmith and Medford. We're at 77 in Neillsville, 80 in Black River Falls, 81 currently in Toma. We're at 79 currently in LaCrosse. And really the same story goes further west, where those temperatures are in the 70s through Minnesota and into the eastern Dakotas. Now this comes as we are in that broad southeasterly flow, which is not only helping to warm those temperatures up, but this is what's actually helping shove that Canadian wildfire smoke back further to the north. And we are going to stay in southerly flow through the rest of this week. So that smoke is going to become much less of a factor, and that's going to open up the door to some enjoyable days to get outside and perhaps even jump in the lake or the pool, because we are tracking an increase in both heat and humidity. Now, we do have some clouds still found across the upper Midwest, more dominant over the Dakotas, where we do have a complex of rain and some thunderstorms, but that is going to miss us, and therefore we are largely going to stay dry through the rest of our Tuesday. Mostly sunny skies in store. For tonight, we are expected to be partly cloudy, and then there is going to be a weak system passing by over the northern plains overnight and into tomorrow morning. That is going to generate additional rounds of showers and storms, but forecast models continue to pinpoint this activity really fizzling out before it reaches us here in western Wisconsin. Of course, that could change, and it is something that we are going to be watching, but that's just what the new data has been showing this morning. For the midweek, we are going to have a mix of clouds and sunshine, and then we do stay with quiet conditions tomorrow night. Some clouds in the mix, and that will be the case on Thursday, where we do actually have a slight chance of showers and storms in the forecast. So for this afternoon in Eau Claire, we'll make it up to a high temperature of 82 degrees going into tonight. We'll cool down to a low temperature of 62. And later this week, that's where we see the peak of our warm up. While we're at 86 on Thursday, we'll be in the low 90s, plenty of sunshine on Friday. And then over the weekend, temperatures start to cool back off, and we'll be tracking a few more chances for showers and storms. Today's Sunshine Award, brought to you by Furnish 123 and Mattress 123, goes to Trisha Wilbur from Stephen Woodford. Stephen writes, she went above and beyond to support a single mother and her newborn baby during a time of great need. Whether it was through thoughtful gestures, practical support, or simply showing up with compassion and understanding, Trisha's actions brought light and hope when it was most needed. Their selflessness, warmth, and genuine care for others embody the true spirit of this award. If you would like to nominate someone for the Sunshine Award, send us an email or head to our website at WEAU.com.
Derek, I'm so happy the smoke is clearing out, and I was thinking I was going to take my dogs for a walk, but I think it's a little too hot for them. The sidewalk's going to be heating their paws.
That's a good point, yes. With this incoming heat, of course, we got to think about our four-legged friends too, because that asphalt temperature is significantly hotter from the air temperature, so something to keep in mind. But really the big takeaway, finally, a break from all that smoke.
All right, thanks, Derek.